inflation in the modern era, which occurred in 1982, over $1 billion. If we had put that billion into mental health care, maybe we could stop some of the crime that's being carried out in Texas. But the crime tonight is the murder of James Freeman. The crime tonight by the state of Texas will be the second time in a week the Texas murders. It's called the killing capital of the country. People around the world that are innocent, people that are guilty, people who have very low IQs, people who have severe mental illnesses, and people who are not. Today, these executions are taking place with drugs that come from God knows where, and they're experimenting on killing people. It's no wonder that the manufacturers of the previously used drugs don't want.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason Clark, spokesman for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. James Freeman was executed tonight for the 2007 murder of Texas game warden Justin Hurst. Freeman led officers on a 90-minute chase through Warden County. After his vehicle was disabled, Freeman got out of the vehicle and engaged law enforcement officers and ultimately killed Warden Hurst. When asked if he had a last statement, Freeman shook his head and said he did not. A lethal dose of pentobarbital was then administered, and he was pronounced deceased at 6:30 p.m., 16 minutes after the lethal dose began. We do have some individuals here that are going to be making statements. At this point, I'm going to introduce Colonel Craig Hunter with the Texas Parks and Wildlife Division.
Thank you so much. I'd like to start by thanking David Maxwell from the Office of Attorney General, Ross Kurtz, the Warden County District Attorney, TDCJ, DPS, and also Warden James Jones from TDCJ for their assistance in helping our agency. Tonight we're honored to stand with the family and friends of our fallen colleague, Texas Game Warden Justin Hurst. He was not simply an officer of the state, he was a husband, a father, a son, and a brother whose life was unnecessarily taken from this world. This evening marks a moment that we've been waiting for since we first heard of Justin's death. I pray for those who have been seeking closure for the past 9 years and awarded that much tonight. Game Warden Hurst was the consummate professional, and we will always remember him as the selfless servant who gave the ultimate sacrifice in his duty to protect the natural resources of our beloved state. We will be forever grateful to the Hurst family for sharing Justin with us, and I'm proud to have been able to call him a Texas Game Warden. On behalf of the men and women of the Parks and Wildlife Law Enforcement Division, thank you. And I'd like to introduce Ross Kurtz, Warden County District Attorney.
Thank you. Very briefly, Josh McCown and Kelly Siegler, along with all the officers both at the scene of the crime and in preparation of the trial, sought the death penalty because there has to be consequences to your actions. The defendant received a fair trial. He had all of his appellate rights. And tonight we saw the end of the legal aspect of this case and the legal closure. But obviously for the family, there is no closure. But the citizens of Warden County, having sat on that jury, decided that the death sentence was a just punishment, and I agree. And at this point, the legal issue is over. And I would like to introduce Greg Hurst, Justin's brother.
Wow. Alrighty. 9 years ago. It's been 9 long years. I wanted to just stand up here and thank a whole lot of people They supported myself, supported my family, supported Justin's wife, his son. I'm just going to list them all off. So David Maxwell, wherever you are, appreciate it. The law enforcement officers of Warden County, of El Campo, extremely supportive. The Concerns of Police Survivors, it's a organization to support people like myself and family members like ourselves. Their support has been immense. The 100 Club throughout the state, incredible support. Who am I missing? The First United Methodist Church, did I say that right?
Yes.
All right, in El Campo. Welcomed both Amanda and my parents with open arms and been an extreme support net for them. Who else? Oh, the game wardens, those guys?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And also just across the United States, all of the law enforcement officers that have reached out to myself and all of our family and all the game wardens to show their support. I can't thank you enough. And then most of all, to the game wardens, that these men and women, I mean, providing more support to my family. Never really can never repay that. From the deepness of my heart, I love every one of you guys and gals. So thank you very much for the game wardens. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.